Hi, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Antoinette, your Macomb County Realtor, and today we're going to talk about why having your own realtor is important. Number one, when you work with a realtor, we have a duty to care. And that just means that we will act in your best benefit. And if we don't know something, we're going to go find out. Even if that means asking a third party, like an attorney or an inspector or someone like that. We are taught or designed to go a little above and beyond than any other realtor, and especially go above and beyond any realtor that's not specifically working for you. Now, when I say working for you, I mean maybe you're looking for a home. The seller has his own realtor. That realtor may say, hey, yes, I can be your realtor as well. I can be the seller's realtor and the buyer's realtor. That may not be the best thing because the seller's realtor has already signed the papers to do what's best for the seller. The seller is that realtor's client and the one that they're going to look after. You come in after the fact. So you just have to tread lightly, and the best thing would be to get your own realtor, someone you know that is going to do the duty of caring for you, looking out for your best interest. Now, the next thing is confidentiality. What I mean by that is, if I am your realtor, again, I work for you. The seller's realtor works for them. What you tell me, let's say you say, Antoinette, I'm approved for $170,000, but I do not want to go above $150,000. And we look at this home and you want to put in an offer. I am not going to tell the other agent, look at my client's offer. They're putting in it for $140,000, but I know for a fact they'll go up to $150,000. That's none of their business. That's between you and me. That's something that we talk about, and it's private between our conversation. That's not something the other agent would know. But again, if you decide to work with the seller's agent, they know how much the seller will take, the lowest they will take, but they also know the highest you are willing to go. So the next thing I wanted to touch on is duty of loyalty. So that just means we're going to avoid, disclose, and resolve any conflict of interest and do what's best for your interest. Again, talking about the realtor that may represent both sides. In that case, it's a thin line. It can be done, but it's a very thin line to truly represent both sides. And you, as a buyer or seller, need to make sure that your realtor is loyal to you. And you do that just by making sure that they understand that. And having that discussion. And the discussion goes back to one of my first videos, which is the consultation. And consultations happen at the very beginning with both if you're a buyer or a seller. And in that time, the realtor would pretty much disclose that they are loyal to you. And the realtor is usually loyal to the first one that signs the agreement to work with them. Sometimes, like if they're the seller, they will get the buyer. Like I said, it's a thin line. But again, it's very important to make sure that conflicts of interest are open, they are disclosed to you, you talk about it. So if your realtor is representing both sides, that needs to be a conversation had, and there's also paperwork to sign to make sure you understand your rights and that your realtor will be loyal to you. Next, we're going to talk about obedience. Yes, obedience. That does not mean that your realtor is just going to obey every word that you say, but it does mean that we will obey the law. And you have to understand, just like we have to understand, that there are some things that our clients ask us to do or not disclose or not talk about or tell possible sellers or buyers that is illegal. So that's another conversation, and most of these are all conversations that you have at the buyer's consultation. If you didn't see that video, go back and watch it. But this is something that we talk about there. There are things, like I said, that you may not want to talk about. And it's not something that we have to shout from the rooftops, but there are some things that we do have to disclose, and that will be discussed. And you just have to know, just like we have to know, that we have to be obedient to the law. And most people don't have a problem with that. Now, the last one is accounting. You're probably thinking, you're a realtor, what does that have to do with accounting? Well, when you are a buyer, you do usually hand over an earnest money deposit to your realtor, and that goes towards your closing costs. So the rule is that money goes into an escrow. Me personally, I give that money right over to the title company, and then they will add that to your closing costs, and it's done. It does not go in my personal account, which is illegal. It goes in its own escrow account, which the title company handles for you on your behalf. So not much to that one, but again, that's something that we discuss at our consultations and throughout the whole process. So my clients feel very comfortable with where their money is, where it's going, and when they will see it again. But that's pretty much it. Those are all the points I will touch on today. If you have any questions, of course, contact me. I would love to answer any of your questions, help you with any of your real estate, and I look forward to hearing from you.